Hey, collective. Alright, so we're gonna do a all signs reading. This is not dedicated to a specific zodiac. And let's see what comes out. This first deck I'm gonna use to set the scenario, okay? Alright, Spirit. Alright, it looks like we have a generational thing going on here. We have the grandmother, the mother, the daughter, and the son. Or the happiness between possibly females in a family lineage, okay? We have the Five of Swords. So these females, generation after generation, are used to turning on each other and taking from each other, constantly in battle with each other. And right now, it looks like with these three generations, two of them have dropped their swords and are now walking away. We have the Hermit in the upright. So there has been some type of communication between these three generations of women that has, I would say, the oldest generation not wanting to get involved, not wanting to look further into conversations, arguments. We have a young male figure here who who appears to be running towards a mother figure, not realizing that everything has been taken from her. Then we have this war going on between these family members, leaving this young middle generation out of the three feeling lost, feeling blind, feeling unsure, feeling defensive, feeling as if they do not have any strength. There is a mother figure who feels like everybody has done nothing but turn on her, hurt her, throw swords at her. We have a older mother figure who maybe appears to have been stingy to the others, but she feels that she has been one to I wouldn't say gift them. She has been holding on to her authority to choose who's going to receive what gifts, what love, what attention, or whatever. And we have the Three of Swords. Each and every one of them are suffering from broken heart. So this is a generational thing that could possibly be in the process of being broken right now, or being addressed, being acknowledged. This message seems like it's going to be short, so I'm going to go on ahead and just go straight to the Ancestor deck and see what those messages are, and then we'll call it quits on the message today. We'll try to channel a different one. Alright, Ancestors, Spirits. We have the Limelight, we have the Messenger, we have Self-Preservation, we have a grown-up adult who acts like a kid, Teacher in reverse, and Hospitality in reverse. We have Forgiveness, Act of Love, Here and Now, and Entertainment. So, excuse me. We have one generation that likes to be in the limelight, likes to cause drama, likes to either start it or jump in it, or keep the flame going. We have one that is spiritual, connected to the divine, possibly receives messages. And then we have one that is in self-preservation right now. So that could be the older female, getting up there in age, trying to do what they can to ensure that they are around a little bit longer. The next one is we have an adult who is mad because they feel that they did not get enough time to be a child, okay? And that now adult is looking at the other two as, you weren't my teacher, you didn't teach me anything that I feel was useful, and is looking at the other adult, all you do is want to drink and do things that involve alcohol or some type of extracurricular like that. Here we have Spirit saying to the youngest one, actually to all three generations of these females, that there needs to be some type of forgiveness and faith in each other. There needs to be some humbleness and some understanding needs to happen. Act of love, here and now. Spirit is trying to say that the things that our minds tend to dwell on and tend to feel poor me about are not really problems we should be hanging on to, and majority of the time are problems that we can fix or work through or change, but because we get hung up on them, they don't get addressed, they don't get talked about, and then it grows into this gaping, unfulfillable hole that turns into a wound, right? And then we have entertainment. So they don't feel like they can really be around each other, really get along, really find anything that common ground, right? Activities that all three would like to do together. So there could be a sense of growing apart that has happened. 1 second. Alright, any more messages here on how these three women can fix these three generations of females? They need to drop their expectations of each other. They need to embody the act of love, unconditional love, right? Accept each other for who each other are. When they do that, they will be able to fulfill a prophecy of what divine wants these females to be, these females generations to fulfill. They'll be able to break their generational curse, their ties to these toxic ways that are happening each time one reproduces. So they're definitely going to have to drop their spades and start trying to understand each other and understand that everybody is different. Everybody has their own personalities. Everyone has their own emotions, their own sensitivities, their own buttons, and you can't change people like that. You have to learn how to accept them, and you have to learn how each person shows their love for people and take that, you know, not expect them to love you the way that you love, or can't control people. So alright, so that is that. If that resonates with you, I suggest maybe getting together with the other two generations and possibly having a conversation like, hey, we need to stop hurting each other. Clearly, we are all three very different from each other. We all have things that the other person doesn't, and we all have our own lives that we're living. It's hard to incorporate different lives. Like, even being a parent, it is hard to still learn yourself and still navigate your own life on top of having a child's life that you have to help navigate to. And I don't think kids understand that part, and that's where the hurt feelings and the resentment come in, and the dismantling of the relationship. So you have to understand that your parent is doing what they learned from them being raised, and if you're able to recognize that it's not a good way, great, but you can't get mad at them, you know. The majority of the time when people realize that stuff, they're stuck in their ways. It's part of who they are at that point. So you just have a conversation about it, and you learn to accept it and realize, like, this is just who they are. They either love you or they don't. And at some point you have to realize that you have your own lessons to go through. Life is not easy. Life can be very lonely and discouraging. And life can get you down. But if someone is doing the best that they can to be there and interact with you, show that they care, at some point you have to be adult enough, mature enough to accept that, especially if there's distance between you guys, like geographically, real distance. But it never hurts to have the conversation, to sit down and try to rectify how everybody feels and what each one can do to possibly support them in that feeling and maybe make it less intense somehow. But definitely drop those swords. Stop trying to attack the other one. It's all love, guys. You have to learn the unconditional love, really learn that everybody is different. Everybody maneuvers differently. Everybody is affected by different things. So try to understand each other and just try to really embody that love in yourself so that you can radiate it. And sometimes, if you're not getting it back, maybe it's the way you're projecting yourself. Maybe you're projecting yourself so harshly, so aggressively, that you make them feel bad, or you make them feel like there is nothing more they can do, that they just throw their hands up. Like, I'm on it type of thing. I don't know. But it would be smart to sit down and talk that out. Okay? If that was for you, best of luck. Hopefully you can maneuver your way through that and stop it for the next generation coming into your family. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Bye-bye.